Hi there, welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I'm going to be doing my very first tier list, and for that, I've picked the Conjuring franchise, 9 movies, of which I've seen 6, so there should be a nice short one to start off with. And it's a franchise that I really enjoy watching, most of the films anyway. Okay, so this is a tier list from tiermaker.com. I'll put the link to the actual tier list itself. If you want to copy this one yourself, I'll put the link in the description. So, first up is The Conjuring. Now, I absolutely adore this film. The relationship between Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson starts right here, and they have a good chemistry straight off. The film itself is very interesting. It's got so many spooks, but it's kind of like jump scares done right. It's a decent payoff, I think, anyway. You see the woman's spirit that's haunting them above the wardrobe. Now that is a spooky part, as well as the clapping hands. It's like, wow. But this film is really, really spooky and really, really good. Okay, next is Annabelle. I'm going to put this in there. Neither of the Annabelle movies matched up to the version of Annabelle that we saw in the Conjuring franchise films main. I actually think the doll itself is better than the actual Annabelle doll, because you can actually believe that people would pick it up, give it to a kid for a present. I mean, I've seen the original and you just think, no, this is scary. I'm going nowhere near this. Anyway, the first Annabelle was disappointing. The characters weren't well written. You didn't really end up caring what happened to them. Zero tension and suspense in it. And the acting wasn't really that good. The only scary bits were the home invasion sequence and the elevator bit, but that wasn't enough to keep my attention. It was disappointing compared to what we were anticipating from the Annabelle of the Conjuring main films. Okay, next up, The Conjuring 2. Well, this goes right up there with the first Conjuring. I think it is equally a great film, set in my home country, and just moving it to a new country just changed it just enough so that you weren't trying to compare it against the first Conjuring. Well, I wasn't anyway. And Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, they knocked it out of the park again with their chemistry. They were excellent in it. The family, the actors that were playing the family were really, really good as well. And the story itself was actually very interesting. Okay, next up is Annabelle Creation. So this, I would say this is almost good enough or almost there. I'm going to say it was almost there. So this was done by Mike Flanagan. It was a prequel to the original Annabelle. And yeah, like everything Mike Flanagan does, he just gets involved in a project and is instantly raised a few levels. So the film had more intense supernatural horror approach, more direct and terrifying accounts with the demon. In Annabelle Creation, the demon is much more active and menacing, showing a direct connection to the doll, unlike in the first one. And overall, Annabelle Creation is considered the stronger film, better scares and deeper lore, and definitely a bigger tie-in and more engaging story. Okay, next. So I haven't seen any of the Nun films. I had heard that they weren't good, so I wasn't that interested in spending time watching them. I've heard the second one is better than the first, but yeah, not by much. Okay, The Curse of La Llorona. This is good. This is the definition of a good enough film. I enjoyed all the lore behind The Curse of La Llorona, or The Curse of the Weeping Woman. I know that the director doesn't believe that it should be fully embraced. as part of the Conjuring franchise main, but it's got the same actor in the role of Father Pitez and the original Annabelle. So for me, it has its spot in this list. I really, really enjoyed exploring the Mexican mythology here in this film. Okay, next up, Annabelle Comes Home. That's another film I've not seen. Yeah, I heard it wasn't so good, so I didn't want to be bothered watching it. And now we've got the third Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. This is another good enough film. I thought it was a very good addition to the franchise. I liked the acting in it. The Frank and Lorraine Warren that we get in this is basically Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga have built up this relationship, and they know how to play themselves so well, how to play these characters so well. So in this one, it was brought right to the front. There are some scenes in this which are really touching, like when Patrick Wilson is doing his Elvis song to the children to keep them occupied. That's really, really nice and excellent there. Okay, last one is The Nun. Again, so when I heard about these Nun films, they took a character that was crazy scary in the main films, but couldn't match the promise of them in their own film. So I decided not to bother watching either of them. So that's it. My first tier list, Conjuring franchise, is done and dusted. What would your tier list of the Conjuring franchise look like? Do you have a favourite film in there? Do leave your comments down below. But remember to be respectful. Remember, this is only my thoughts and feelings on the franchise and its films. It would be a boring old world if we all like the same things. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more horror content. You won't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care and see you next time.